badly explaining the entire plot of Solo Leveling.
Solo Leveling is a show about a scrawny, weak, broke, friendless virgin named Jin-Woo. Finally, a protagonist I can relate to. He lives in a world where gateways to other dimensions appear out of nowhere and house all manner of monsters. Goblins, orcs, furries, the works. At the same time, a select few members of humanity awaken to become superhumans known as hunters. Hunters are assigned a ranking from E to S to measure their power level.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, if I was in here, I would definitely be an A rank. I wouldn't be an S rank because I got some work to do, but I 100% would be an A rank. Trust, bro, trust.
Hunters are assigned a ranking from E to S to measure their power level, with E rank being only slightly stronger than the average human being, and S rank turning you into Goku. Our boy Jin-Woo is a special case because he's the protagonist, and that means he's got that dog in him.
Okay.
No, it turns out he's the world's weakest E rank, meaning he would probably lose a fight against 3 kids in a trench coat or an especially tight jar of pickles. Because of this, he's always getting hurt working a crappy mining job in those dimensional gateways to pay the medical bills for his mother's terminal anime parent disease.
Terminal anime parent disease. That's how you explain cancer, bro? Wasn't she sick because of some crystals or like the dimensional portals being open and it caused her to be sick? Either way, that's a crazy way to describe it.
Anime parent disease. One day, after a typical day of Jin-Woo getting critically injured from a warm breeze, there's a second gate that appears within the first gate. Going against protocol, Jin-Woo's hunting group decides to investigate without calling it in. And I'm sure nothing bad will happen. Oh god, everyone is dead! Turns out the secret double dungeon was an S-rank dungeon, with a giant statue of God in the center. This God starts killing everybody one by one with his laser eyes.
Is that Barnacle Boy? That's Barnacle Boy from SpongeBob.
This God starts killing everybody one by one with his laser eyes. Jin-Woo realizes that God only attacks when you don't follow the commandments written on this stone tablet. Okay, let's see here. Worship God, okay. Through dance? You don't seriously mean...
Huh? Okay. Throw that shit. Yeah. 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 Hold on. I'm gonna learn that one.
Aw, look how happy he is. Most of the group dies, a few manage to escape, but Jin-Woo stays behind as the last man standing.
He killing it though.
His leg, most of his blood, his dignity. Well, he never had that, but he lost his leg, and right before the final blow is struck, he manages to survive the time limit. A mysterious video game-looking menu appears in front of him. Jin-Woo agrees to the terms and conditions and turns into a player. Also, it's just gonna ask you a quick question if that's okay. So basically, in this world, once you awaken as a hunter and are assigned a rank, like E rank for example, you are stuck as that rank for the rest of your life, and you can't get any stronger no matter how much you train. But because he became a player, Jin-Woo is the only person in the world that can level up and grow stronger like he's in a video game. The video game thing is further exemplified by things like floating menus only he can see, daily quests where he has to do the workout routine from One Punch Man, or else, and there's even a virtual store he can open to buy gear and supplies from, using the materials he earns from killing monsters. Also, it's just gonna ask you a quick question if that's okay. As Jin-Woo levels up, not only does he get stronger, but his appearance and personality completely changes. He goes from a scrawny, weak, broke, friendless, bitchless virgin to a tall, hot Giga Chad where every girl in a 50-mile radius wants that Sung Jin Wang, you know what I'm saying?
Even his sister? Is this canon? Even his sister wants him, bro? I thought that was only the YouTube versions. I didn't know that was canon.
Tall, hot Giga Chad where every girl in a 50-mile radius wants that Sung Jin Wang, you know what I'm saying? Witness the greatest storytelling you've ever seen, where Jin-Woo goes into a dungeon all by himself, kills a bunch of wolves, levels up, and looks cool. Then he fights a giant snake, kills it by hugging it to death, levels up, and looks cool. On the next dungeon, he decides to raid with some seemingly friendly hunters. But wait a minute, turns out these hunters are actually scumbags that try to kill Jin-Woo by tricking him into fighting the boss of the dungeon alone. But they didn't count on his dick being so massive he'd kill the boss by impaling it, and then cut the heads off his would-be murderers by turning to the left.
Yep,
But
that's how it happened.
The leader of these scumbag humans was the little brother of a super powerful S-rank scumbag that vows to take revenge on Jin-Woo. Now take this plot point and throw it in the trash for 100 chapters because the author takes too long to get around to it and it's completely pointless by the time he does. Then Jin-Woo enters a new S-rank dungeon called the Demon's Castle. 100 floors of increasing difficulty that will push him to the absolute limit. But he'll do it later because he's got like a thing he's got to do right now, and he's like super busy, and it's not like he's leaving because he can't handle it or something. everything, he's still so cool and strong. You guys, he's so cool and strong. After that, Jin-Woo goes into another dungeon with the survivors from the first double dungeon and someone named Good Guy Mick Won't Stab You. Nice to meet you, son Jin-Woo. I hope we can be friends. Okay, but in a shocking twist, it turns out Good Guy Mick Won't Stab You was actually Bad Guy Mick Serial Killer. Look out, son Jin-Woo! And now Jin-Woo has the ability to turn invisible. Finally, we get to the Red Knight, and at last we have a character that out-auras Jin-Woo. I mean, look at this dude. God damn,
True.
He's cool.
Have you ever experienced the almighty three shield beating?
Yo, he really cooked him.
Jin-Woo gets his ass handed to him, and if it wasn't for the Red Knight slipping on a banana peel and dying of embarrassment, Jin-Woo would have had no chance of winning. Up until now, solo leveling actually does start with a pretty good difficulty curve for Jin-Woo, where even though he's leveling up and getting stronger, it always feels like he's just barely strong enough to beat the next major enemy in his way. Jin-Woo can't always brute force it. He needs to be smart about his skills, his resources, and when to use his daily full heal in order to win. But after his fight with the Red Knight, his struggle almost completely disappears and he basically curb stomps everything into the dirt from now on because he's essentially...
Yeah.
And the reason for that is because he gains his signature ability, Necromancy. Basically, Necromancy allows you to revive any dead body as a shadow version of themselves. All he has to do to bring someone back as a shadow is say the magic words. And now he has a badass shadow soldier. Also, as a fun little bonus, any especially strong opponent Sung Jin-Woo revives as a shadow gets to be renamed like a Pokemon, such as Igris, Tank, guy that should have been named Tank, Pondering My Orb, Charizard, actually just the Chimera Ant King from Hunter x Hunter, I forgot about this one, plotline that should have been resolved 70 chapters earlier, and finally his most powerful shadow, Sir Nepotism.
Is this a new season or something? Who is this guy? Who is this guy? He's stronger than Igris? Billion? That don't even sound like a cool name, bruh. Igris sounds way cooler.
His most powerful shadow, Sir Nepotism. With all these shadows, Sung Jin-Woo is a literal one-man army that really do be solo leveling. That's the name of the show. Whew. I just realized that I've only been talking about Jin-Woo this entire time. So let's take this opportunity to check out some of the other side characters, like Yu Jin-Ho and... I'm kidding, they don't matter at all. Solo leveling stands for solo leveling. If your name isn't Jin-Woo, get the fuck out of here. The men in this show exist to figuratively ride his dick, and the women want to literally ride his dick. Speaking of women, each arc likes to introduce a new possible love interest for Jin-Woo, like the B-rank healer that liked him before he was cool, his sister's school friend, or the cute demon waifu. But each of these girls will be banished to the Shadow Realm by the time the next arc begins. This is before finally settling on the hot blonde S-rank lady Jin-Woo has literally zero chemistry with, other than the fact that she, likes the way he smells. Anyway, let's get back to
I mean, that's a valid reason to like someone. Who wouldn't like someone that smells good, you know? Like, that's a valid reason.
the fact that she, likes the way he smells. Anyway, let's get back to the story. Jin-Woo enters an ice dungeon with a bunch of red shirts, everyone dies except for him, and he has a badass fight with Ice Link before defeating him with his new shadow. Jin-Woo tries to bring back Link as a shadow, but he completely fails. But it doesn't bother him at all, and he's still so cool, guys. He's still so cool. Then Jin-Woo goes undercover as a sexy miner to make some cash money on the side, and he runs into the S-rank lady. Hey, do you know where the bathroom is?
What the hell did I just see? Why did you animate that? Explain that to me like I've never seen animation in my life. What the hell was that?
Hey, do you know where the bathroom is? Jin-Woo enters yet another dungeon with a bunch of red shirts, and he doesn't want anyone to know he's actually the coolest, strongest, most badass one there that could solo Goku and the Justice League. They run into a boss orc with telekinesis, and one red shirt dude gets his ass slammed around. Jin-Woo decides to wait until the very last minute to save him because Jin-Woo would rather die than not maximize how cool his entrance will be. Wait for it. Wait for it. Now!
Still pretty cool. It's pretty cool.
You know that guy's already dead, right? Jin-Woo finally returns to the demon castle. He learns that the cure for his mother's anime disease is at the very top, and decides to use his fancy new wizard orc shadow to make quick work of it. He gives the wizard an orb to ponder that literally doubles his already massive magical power and lets him cast his most powerful spell.
By the power of the arcane, I release your inhibitions. Feel the rain on your skin.
What the? What?
The demon castle is defeated, Sung Jin-Woo catches a Charizard, he gets the cure for his mother, and the fan-favorite cute demon waifu lady that was tagging along will be abandoned and given 0 screen time as soon.
I haven't seen her since I seen her. I know that sounds weird, but I haven't seen her since this arc. They be having girls tag along with him just for a little bit, and then you never see them again. I'm just now realizing that they do this, bro. They be edging me with women.
What do you mean by that?
Waifu lady that was tagging along will be abandoned and given 0 screen time as soon as the arc is over. Jin-Woo gives a cure to his mom, and she wakes up from her coma and he starts crying. Oh, was the little baby crying because his mom got all better? Oh, are you happy that all the work and effort you put into healing her for years finally paid off and you have a loving relationship with your mother again? Wow, I didn't think this main character was such a little bitch. Ruined my power fantasy. This main character is trash. While all this was happening, in the background there was mention of an island where an S-rank dungeon broke out with super powerful ants. Until now, they've been stuck on the island, but the ants have begun to evolve and grow wings and take a more humanoid shape. The hunter guilds from all over the world joined forces and put as many S-rank hunters to fight the growing ant problem. But don't worry, with this many S-rank hunters, we should be fine.
Damn. Baru. I was about to say Miriam.
You're almost a total ripoff of Meruem.
I literally just said that. Every time I see him, I always think of Miriam, but that's Baru. This is literally the Chimera Ant arc, if you ask me. But when I said that originally, people tried to cancel me and say I was a hater. Like, let's just be real. This arc is definitely ripping off Hunter x Hunter. Let's just be real.
Has anyone told you you're almost a total ripoff of Meruem from Hunter x Hunter?
Off
Yes,
with his
the
head.
Chimera Ant King is born, and he makes every S-rank hunter on the island look like a huge bitch. That is, until it's time for the main character to get there, and they have their epic showdown. Hey, man. Hey, bet you weren't anticipating this problem.
Yeah.
What? You sure you want to fight me? I killed all those other guys in an instant. Please stop. If you want, you can work for me. You can be my servant.
I like that one. That's the best one.
Jin-Woo wins with very little effort because the show isn't even bothering with the pretense of challenging fights.
Little effort? He definitely has some effort. That's just how it is with solo leveling. He gets beat up a little bit, then he gets a power up or some type of backstory, and the next thing you know, he's the strongest again.
Jin-Woo wins with very little effort because the show isn't even bothering with the pretense of challenging fights anymore and turns the Ant King into a shadow named Biru. Okay, so this is where season 2 of the anime ends, and honestly also kinda where the show peaks. At this point, there is nothing that can stop Jin-Woo, and it's pretty much a cakewalk from now till the ending. An ending which sucks balls, by the way. If it sounds like I'm being overly critical and harsh on solo leveling, it's because I am. But I want to make it clear that I really do like this show. And it's not because it's some well-written masterpiece, but because it's fucking cool. Everything about this anime, and especially the manhwa, is cool as shit. Look at this gorgeous art. Look at these fight scenes. Look at Sung Jin-Woo posing like Batman for some reason. And when Jin-Woo brings someone back to life as a shadow, I lose my goddamn mind every single time. And with all that being said, looks like there's only one thing left to say.
Say it. Say it.
Subscribe to my channel, subscribe to my channel, subscribe to my channel, subscribe to my channel.
He never said arise. He never said the famous words, bro. I got you. Arise.
Brother, this guy stinks!
If you guys want to see more stuff like this, let me know in the comments below. That was a banger. Shout out to him. His link will be in the description. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.